We're joined now on the Oakland County MegaCast with Ann Jones. She's the VP of Marketing and Business Development for the Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. We want to say thank you for being with us here on the Oakland County MegaCast. It is just around the corner from Thanksgiving. Do you have big holiday plans this year, Ann?
Yes, like you, I hope to run the turkey trot again this year, and it's a good way to earn that dinner.
Right. You start off the day exercising and it's just put you in a different mindset. Obviously, we're going to miss the huge crowd in downtown Detroit. Some of the costumes, I will say, are quite fabulous. I think that's going to be the biggest thing that I miss.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to watch everybody dress up, and sometimes what they run in makes me jealous that they can keep moving in those costumes.
Right? I saw, like, Tyler's kind of making fun of my turkey, but everyone wears a turkey. I'm like so outdated when it comes to the turkey trot. I saw two ladies last year running as a dinner table. Like they each had, like, they were connected and it looked like a Thanksgiving table that they were running, and they passed me too. And all I had was a turkey costume, but they had the full fixings. They were amazing.
I think it's a whole special training that takes place to do that.
Exactly, definitely. Well, we're excited to have you with us here on the Oakland County MegaCast. Thanksgiving aside, fill us in a little bit about what you all do over there with the credit union, and why is a credit union different than a regular bank?
That is a great question, one that many folks don't understand. So as a credit union, we're a not-for-profit. So that means that it allows us to give back to our members with better rates, fewer fees, free financial education. We do grants and scholarships, as well as a lot of community giving. So we have a mission that is focused completely on the financial well-being of our members. So with that, we do a lot of free credit counseling, as well as financial education, so that we can really help our members become more, reach their goals. So making sure their bills are being paid on time and saving for the things that they dream of. And as a credit union for Michigan Schools and Government, while we were founded in educators 60-some years ago, and we are really focused on first responders, we are actually open to anybody who lives in Lower Michigan. So we can help anybody who wants to bank with us. And for the most part, we find, because of our nonprofit status, you will find better rates and fees than most banks.
And do you find that during this crisis and the pandemic, the longer it goes on, the more people do need your services because it's more of a one-on-one family atmosphere?
I think we do have members who we've been able to help throughout the pandemic crisis that have been financially impacted. We've been able to do forbearances for them to help reduce fees while they're waiting, they've become unemployed. So we always, no matter what our members' circumstances are, we always have conversations. So if it's a conversation about what product or service is best for them, not what we might be offering that month, but really what is best fits into their situation, as well as if they come against hardship, we always work with them with their individual circumstance to help them get through that, because part of our mission of helping our members with their financial well-being is being responsive to their needs and getting them through those situations. So, and we were also able to help our small business partners with the payment protection loans, helping process those as well, knowing that by helping our small business members, they are helping their employees throughout our communities, which is good for all of us.
Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare for so many of these business owners to navigate the language in that loan process. Ann Jones with us here on the Oakland County MegaCast. She's the VP of Marketing and Business Development for the Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. And Ann, I wonder your thoughts, because you are based in education with an education background. Should schools be teaching, remember back in the day we had home ec you either had home ec or shop, and it was usually girls went to home ec, the boys went to shop. Now I think they need to bring back both of those, but they should also be teaching financial education starting in junior high. Do you think that would be a good program, or do you even have anything like that for your members to start having these conversations with their kids at a young age?
Oh, absolutely. Financial literacy is so important, and so many families don't talk about it with their children, and many because they themselves might not have the experience with their finances to do that. We are so appreciative of our teachers, and we know they have so many things that they have to pack into their curriculum. So we, because of that, actually offer financial literacy both in the classroom if any teacher wants to get some assistance. We have two teachers on in our team, and they will actually go out and do those lessons for schools. And we work with a lot of schools to do that. We also do something called a reality fair, which is a really great way to approach it, where we give, it'll be a lot of students, so usually a few schools might come together, or we'll work with an individual school, and we'll take out the older grades and we'll give them each jobs and salaries, and they go around to tables and they pick out the car that they want, and if they're going to live at home or in an apartment, and we calculate that all up, and if they're going to eat out, if they're going to eat in, and we, at the end, we'll have them meet with a financial counselor to see, like, can you live on what you'll be making when you graduate? And it's such an impactful way to help students understand that next leap in their life, what that's going to look like. And then we also, for our community, we used to do them live, and we will again soon, but right now through Zoom, we're doing Getting Started with Cash and Credit. And those classes are for 16-year and older young adults. And we talk about what it means to have a credit card, that it's really a loan, what the difference between a debit and a credit card are, and all the responsibility that goes along with that. And then at Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, we have what we call the Student Achieved Debit Card. And there's a lot of protections put in place. We ask them to take the workshop with us so they understand their responsibility in keeping their own financial wellness. And there's limitations on the card that they can work within to make sure that they're building up great credit. And we talk about credit scores and what that means in the class. And then they will then graduate and get the credit that they need to move forward. And when the time is ready, have the credit to get a mortgage and buy a house and do all the things that we do as we move through life milestones and move forward.
And those are great conversations to have. I remember doing an interview back in Detroit. I was talking with a dad, and he recently he started up his own business. And I remember him having the conversation of, I wish someone would have taught me the importance of having good credit at a young age. Yes. Because he didn't understand. Remember back in the day, and probably even now, they were giving out credit cards like candy. And then, they go to the college campuses, and a college kid, free money. And then you have to pay for that money down the road, and you pay a lot of extra money for that. So that's great that you all do that. Do you also want to kind of fill us in a little bit more on your Giving Back program as well, and specifically related to veterans, as today is Veterans Day?
Absolutely. We are very proud to be very active in our communities, and one of the programs that we do every year is we call it the Year of Giving Back, and each of our branches select a community partner that they would like to assist that year. Recently, we did work with the Veterans Community Action Team in the Motor City, and that is an organization that helps fill those gaps, making sure that our veterans get the services that they need. We were really excited to work with them and to make that financial donation. We work with Jimmy Don's Field, and one of the things that we sponsor is Hometown Heroes. So it's an opportunity to showcase our veterans and show our appreciation, and they get to go out. We host them at a game, and then during the fifth inning, they'll go out and be recognized on the field and through the broadcast of the game. And then up in 2021, we'll be featuring in a military tribute, a banner with the Highland Downtown Development Authority. So they'll be flying a banner in 2020 over Highland, Michigan. So those are some examples. And we also every day encourage our veterans to come in if they need any assistance with their finances. This past June, the Pew Research Center had done a survey of veterans, and they found that a third of them indicate when they come home, they have difficulties paying their bills. So in each of our branches, we have a certified financial counselor that any of our members or someone who's interested in working with us, they can come and sit down and we'll go over whatever their situation is. If they're having trouble paying their bills, it might be looking at, do they need to consolidate a loan? Do they need help putting a budget together? We also we can help them with their credit score and giving them tips on how to increase that so that moving forward they have more opportunity. And if it's a goal to save money because there's something they dream about purchasing. So those are just a handful of the things that we are doing in the community. And actually starting today in support of the small businesses around our Southeast Michigan, we're starting the Gift of Local, which encourages our members at Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union or anybody who wants to join us to submit a name of a small business that they really like, and we encourage them to do their holiday shopping at these small businesses. And then in December, we will be drawing a business from around each of our 15, soon to be 16 branches. And those businesses will each receive a $1,000 grant to help them through these difficult times. And then the nominator will get a $100 gift certificate. And then our team members will be doing the same, and they will submit names, and we'll pull 2 additional $1,000 gifts based on our team members' participation. So we're excited to try to find ways to impact our community positively.
And, $1,000 for a small business means so much money. I mean, that can actually be the difference between keeping your lights on for another month and not keeping your lights on. So it must feel good to be able to be a part of an organization that is helping on such a local level.
It feels really good to be part of Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. It's every day you get to do what you love and know that you're having a really positive impact. I think that's in no small part why we are so passionate about what we do, that our members for 20 years plus have given us the 96% satisfaction rating. We're 8 years running where our team members have voted us from the Detroit Free Press Best Place to Work. So I think that comes through having a job where you can really feel the impact you have on your community. It shows in how we show up and how excited we are to work for this organization.
Ann Jones with us here on the Oakland County Megacast. She's the VP of Marketing and Business Development for the Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. And quickly before we let you go, just a couple of things. Again, does someone need to be a part of a school or a government entity to join the credit union? Because I know some do have various stipulations to become a member. And if not, how do you become a member? And added on top of that, I know I have several questions in one. Some of the financial advice and tips and trade, are those posted anywhere where people can get that information?
Those are excellent questions, and one that a lot of people have. So for our credit union, Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union, while we are very dedicated to our heritage with first responders and educators and our government partners, we are open to anyone who lives in Lower Michigan. So if you live, work, or worship in Lower Michigan, you are welcome to become a member and bank with us. And we have all of the virtual services that you would need. So if you are in the military and traveling, or you move away or have a home somewhere else, you can easily do all your banking through those virtual services. We also have free access to over 30,000 ATMs. So while we are focused on Michigan, you can go anywhere and know that you'll have your banking needs fulfilled. And you asked 2 more questions that now escape me.
No, that's okay. So you were talking about financial advice and tips for people. Do you post some of those tips on your website?
Oh, we do. So we have social media that we would encourage anybody to follow us, and we post financial tips as well as fraud awareness to make sure that your money stays safe, because sometimes people spend a lot of time trying to get in the way of you and your money. So we do everything we can to help our members stay very safe and secure and make sure that they understand some of the tricks that people will try to pull. And additionally, we also have free financial education through Zoom classes. So on our website, if you go to msgcu.org, under the educate or learn section of our website, you are welcome at any time. We have a first-time buyers and homeowners workshop. It can be very daunting to purchase your first home. So this workshop is short, yet it goes through everything you need to know in what the process will look like when you buy a home and how to help you pick the right home for you and your budget. And the workshop I mentioned before, we encourage parents and their young adults to take our cash and credit workshop, which we always love it when the parents join so that they can have ongoing discussions afterwards. So definitely keep an eye on our website and social media, and everyone is welcome to participate in that. And we would love for you to stop by one of our branches across Southeast Michigan and have a conversation just to see what areas you might be able to improve your finances in, or to ask questions. That's one of the things we're known for, is just being very welcoming. It can be daunting and there's no judgment. So come in and ask whatever questions you want, and we would be happy to help.
Well, Ann Jones with us on the Oakland County Mega Cash. She's the VP of Marketing and Business Development for the Michigan Schools and Government Credit Union. Great to have you with us. And thank you for sharing your insight and your knowledge as well, because making a sound financial decisions actually starts with a conversation. Like you said, do not be too proud. Stop in, have a conversation. It's only going to help improve your situation, but it's also a great time to stop and have those conversations early with your kids. Start when they're young, because you can set them up for life. So we appreciate your time today, and